I always look like I have the most boring and dull face ever when I wait for this thing to boot up. Hey guys, welcome to week 84, 85 here on the Real DVD Watchers. On Wednesdays, Tom, and special shout out to Fergus, because him and I are keeping this thing going. And if you haven't watched his review of Paranormal Activity, watch it, because right after his intro and his rant, it is by far the greatest opening to any Real DVD Watchers video ever. Fergus, I totally commend you for that. That was hilarious. So the movie that I've chosen to review today is something that, oddly enough, was my first glimpse of vagina since I was born. Yeah, kind of puts that in a weird way, but yeah, it's the first time I ever saw Bush was in this movie. So yeah, with that being said, the movie that I've chosen to review today is Interview with the Vampire by Neil Jordan, all the way back from 1994. Basically, what's going on in this one? This is the movie adaptation of Anne Rice's best-selling novel of the same name. Oddly enough, Anne Rice also wrote the screenplay to this film. Basically, what's going on in this one? It's about this guy named Louis, who's pretty much lost everything. You know, he's lost his leg, he's lost his child to the plague, because it takes place back in the 18th century, I believe. I believe that's when it starts. Yeah, he's lost everything. He just welcomes death. And oddly enough, one night, this vampire, Lestat, played by Tom Cruise, Louis, played by Brad Pitt, pretty much he finds Louis, and he's intrigued by him, by how much he welcomes death. So Tom Cruise turns him, and then Louis is reborn as a vampire, and you know, it's this whole entire new thing where you follow the vampire's birth up until like his first kill, to him struggling with dealing with he has to kill people, you know, in order to survive, and him questioning the morality and the ethics of being a vampire, and Lestat being like, this is what we do, you know, enjoy it, you're immortal, the rules no longer apply to you, everything that you ever could have wanted is that, and humans are food. And Lestat is very much given himself over to the whole entire vampire mentality because of how old he is and just how he realizes that. Man, I got a wicked 12 o'clock shadow going on. Anyway, basically how Lestat has very much adapted and how he's thrown himself in it. And Louis sees that, and he doesn't like it. In fact, he's kind of repulsed by what Lestat is. And so this one day, after Louis has just not fed in so long, you know, he breaks down and he takes this girl. And Lestat is overwhelmed with joy by this because he's finally learning. So he turns this girl named Claudia, played by Kirsten Dunst, and Claudia is exactly as Lestat, you know, willing to give herself over completely to this and understanding this, but just in a weird way, though, Brad Pitt feels compelled to love her because in a way she is his daughter because he killed her. Lestat turned her, yes, but Louis killed her. So pretty much it involves like the three of them being this weird family, but then Claudia, after 30 years, realizes something's wrong. I'm not developing as a woman. I'm not growing up. So she grows to resent Lestat and Louis a little bit. Louis not so much because she does love Louis, but just she goes to resent Lestat. So they pretty much backstab Lestat and they go off to Paris where they meet this other troop of vampires and just the story unfolds there. And they meet the oldest vampire alive named Armand, played by Antonio Banderas. I want to talk about the acting in the movie because it is absolutely superb. This is one of the only movies where Tom Cruise is absolutely brilliant. I mean, he gives himself so willingly over to the role of Lestat that, you know, you don't see it as, oh, it's Tom Cruise playing Lestat. You see it as this guy is Lestat. And oddly enough, an interesting side note: Christopher Waltz is in this movie. He plays one of the vampires with Armand. He plays like the theatrical guy. I had to rewatch it because I thought it was Christoph Waltz going into this, but then after viewing it, I was like, that's fucking Christoph Waltz. Hans Landa is in this movie, so it's fucking badass. Yeah. But nonetheless, so Tom Cruise like really steals the show because it has how charismatic he is and how elegant he is absolutely incredible. Because it's like, Tom Cruise, where's this acting now that you're doing shit like fucking Night and Day? Yeah, I don't get it. Neil Jordan's direction is so subtle. I mean, it really seems like he was just to his actors, you know, let these characters unfold upon you. understand them to the best of your ability, but definitely let yourself be involved, let yourself go in these characters, and it plays out so beautifully. Kirsten Dunst, who I still like to this day, is absolutely riveting in her role as Claudia. She has to play someone who is so wise for her age, because she is older, like age-wise, but yet again, she's in the body of a human. And plus, at the time, though, she was like maybe 12 or 11 when she got this role. But nonetheless, though, she had to understand that there are certain elements that she has to leave behind the innocence of a child in order to play this character. And for a child actress to do something like that is incredible, truth be told, because, if Kirsten Dunst actually would have kept up with this acting style, I probably think she would be better than she is today. But Brad Pitt is, he's this echo of remorse and just melancholy throughout the whole entire film. Like, he wants to die. He almost welcomes it even as a vampire. He feels that he is damned. He's very much a vampire with a soul in this case. But just, at times, he can be a little bit too much overdramatic, if you will. Anne Rice's screenplay was absolutely brilliant. She adapted it the best way she could. I've read the book. It's very much par for what it should be. Yes, there are some things missing, but again, you also have to think about the restraints of a film and what an audience will and won't see, And lastly, just Neil Jordan knocks it out of the park. The movie also looks very pretty. Like the artistic design is absolutely great, especially for the time periods too. The costumes, everything. Stan Winston did the vampire effects. There isn't anything too special because they always have their fangs and there's a little bit of blue veins all over the faces to distinguish them differently, but that's about it. If I had to give this movie a rating out of 10, it would definitely get an 8. It's by far the best vampire movie, at least one of them. This and Let the Right One In are the best vampire movies, at least in my humble opinion. But yeah, but definitely check it out because it's absolutely good. Interview with the Vampire. That's the review. Thanks to everyone who watches and subscribes as always. Hopefully someone is up soon and it's not just Fergus and me doing this, but thanks for watching, guys. Bye.